Hard times downtown and the rent ain't cheap. Baby, thought I told you ain't no love in the streets. So I'm posted downtown where I should not be. Baby, you got me so blue, it's getting harder to breathe. Between the smoke and the mist, it's getting harder to see. Party bad habits so good for me. You know money don't grow, it don't grow on trees. Had a rich man tell me ain't shit for free. Paid a poor man's dream, just trying to make it home tonight. I'm trying to make it home tonight. Now they know my name.
You know, Blake Banks, you have an amazing talent and a bright future in the music industry. Hello, friends. Welcome once again to Look and Live. You here with Pastor James Devallon. And this is another reaction video. Okay, I have Blake Banks' bad habits here. Blake, I did get your email on Facebook and I did say I will react to your video. By the way, I know some other people had actually asked me for a reaction video. If you ask me for a video to react to and I don't get to it, please ask me again. Sometime the list is really long. If you ask me more than once, sometime it works better for me. Okay, so just to let you know how things work in the reaction video world mindset, at least in mine. All right, let's take a listen to Blake. Blake got a video entitled Bad Habits here. This is the first time I'm checking this one out. Yeah, without further ado, let us now get into the heart of the message.
Hey, yo, where you at? I'll be there in like 30 minutes. It's fucking hella traffic.
Posted downtown where I should not be. Baby, you got me so blue, it's getting harder to breathe. Between the smoke and the mist, it's getting harder to see. Party bad habits so good for me. You know money don't grow, it don't grow on trees. Had a rich man tell me ain't shit for free. Paid a poor man's dream, just trying to make it home tonight. I'm trying to make it home, boy.
I'm curious to know where this video was shot. I used to live in Brooklyn, New York. It reminds me of not just Brooklyn. I used to live in Jamaica, Queens. It reminds me of Jamaica, Queens a little bit. But anyway, let's keep going.
I hit the blunt and take a sip from my glass. You wanna party like a rock star? Well, baby, just ask. I'm out in Denver on a bender and I can't remember what's the name. I think I came through last December, I was high as a plane. Cause I'm eating good, I clean the plate. I roll the wood and smoke it straight to the face. Baby, don't you know it's Blake? I got a pound of the gas. I done popped so many zins, I almost drowned in the bath. Yeah, I keep the people on the edge of their seat. This some really hot shit, keep on pressing repeat. It's hard times downtown and the rent ain't cheap. Baby.
Wow, Blake, you got bars.
I keep the people on the edge of their seat. This some really hot shit, keep on pressing repeat. It's hard times downtown and the rent ain't cheap. Baby.
Uh-oh, it looks like trouble is coming. I saw a video by NF before where I think he's what's that one called? Yeah, it was something about similar to that. There was a young lady in a store and there was a robbery and so on. Anyway, that kind of reminds me of that. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Keep on pressing repeat. It's hard times downtown and the rent ain't cheap. Baby, thought I told you ain't no love in the streets. So I'm posted downtown where I should not be. Baby, you got me so blue, it's getting harder to breathe.
This is way too common nowadays, by the way. I went to a store, Turkey Hill, to get you know, I like myself some chocolate milk. So that's one of my weaknesses. Anyway, I went there and this young lady, she actually closed the door like 30 minutes before the store was supposed to be closed. And I was like, why are you closed so early? She's like, late at night, we get robbed. And she said, if anybody come to the door now that I don't know who you are, I just lock the door on you because I'm not trying to get robbed. And she's saying this is becoming so common. And today it seems like the nature of what this man is sharing here in connection to the video, I know it's much more to do with the lyrics, but these robberies have become so common nowadays that it's sad, it's sickening. And a lot of this stuff has to do with certain political policies and so on. And if you do certain crimes, if under $900 something dollars, you do a robbery, you don't rob over $1,000, you get to get away with it. It's like, that's the problem. It's just, we are incentivizing these individuals to carry out their dirty deeds here.
Downtown where I should not be, babe, you got me so blue, it's getting harder to breathe. Between the smoke and the mist, it's getting harder to see. Party bad habits so good for me. Money don't grow, it don't grow on trees. Had a rich man tell me ain't shit for free. Had a poor man's dream, just trying to make it home tonight. I'm trying to make it home tonight. Now they know my name
every time I listen to an artist where they talking about a specific, either a weakness or a challenge that they have, or they at least showing a level of accountability here, it's always impressive to me. He's talking about certain habits that he has, how money doesn't grow on tree and different things like that. But he's also talking about his own personal struggle as well. That's always impressive, because whenever a person can do this, whenever we've learned to point the finger at ourselves, it's like we are on our way to positive change. And that's always a good thing.
I'm trying to make it home. Now they know my name everywhere I go. Pocket full of cash like I sold my soul. Drinking every night into a dark black hole. I'm at the bottom of the bottle, going way down low.
Have you ever wondered what it means to sell your soul? And I know it's a concept that's very popular today, especially among certain artists, and they seem to sell out to the industry and so on, in an effort to become rich and popular and so on. When you hear of people saying they sell their soul, I think there's like somewhat of a dichotomy to that. Is you can't really sell your soul, but you can sell your value. You can sell your morality. So you can certainly turn your life over to be used by the enemy. But the amazing thing is, from my personal study of the scripture, there isn't really, you can go far, don't get me wrong, you can go far into sin. But when the heart cries out for salvation, God will pull you out no matter how deep you've been in the darkness.
Every night into a dark black hole. I'm at the bottom of the bottle, going way down low. With the hunters in the hunters, but I don't feel sane. I told her, baby, if you wanted, you'd call my name. Swerving downtown, using all 4 lanes. 2 o'clock in the morning, rocking all black frames. Wasted away. Watching.
All right, so you must be in Cali, because I know these stars are somewhere in Hollywood and so on. Am I right? Am I right about that, Banks? Let me know. By the way, loving the song, by the way. Love the outfit. So he was being robbed earlier, and he gave away some balloons and the people walked away. Why did they change their behavior? It's just a question I might have right now.
Rocking all black frames. Wasted away. Watching zombies walk around downtown all day. I was sliding down Slauson, had to catch me a play. Ain't no place in the world like the streets of LA.
I was right. Ding, ding, ding. He's from LA. This video was shot in LA. Makes sense. Makes sense. I got a couple friends down there. I would like to visit. I don't think I want to live there. But I would like to visit, though. It's something to think about. You gotta save some serious money from what I heard. It's kind of expensive. It depends where you live, though. Anyway.
Had to catch me a play. Ain't no place in the world like the streets of LA. Posted downtown where I should not be. Babe, you got me so blue, it's getting harder to breathe. Between the smoke and the mist, it's getting harder to see. Party bad habits so good for me. Money don't grow, it don't grow on trees. Had a rich man tell me ain't shit for free. Had a poor man's dream, just trying to make it home tonight. I'm trying to make it home tonight. Trying to make it home.
Um, Good song, man. I want to say this. What is Good one. Okay. Now my question is, what has been your inspiration? If you get to watch this reaction video, I like your style. What's your inspiration? How did you come to become that man? I'd like to know. Is there a certain artist that you listen to? I see you have a somewhat of a rock and roll style mixed with hip hop. I mean, regardless, I like that. You are different. You got bars. Your video was well shot. I love the different sceneries as well. There's a lot happening here. The message seems to be a lot to do with certain habits you have. It seems to be addressing those things, while at the same time, it doesn't seem that you are being held back by your habits. It seems to be enjoying life for what it is, having a job and everything else, and doing the things that you're supposed to do. You're gonna get a lot of clouts. You're gonna grow because you have an amazing talent you're working with. Your video editing, whoever helped you to do this, great job. Great job. I appreciate the content of the message. I think this was great. One of the things you were talking about is personal accountability and responsibility, addressing certain habits in one's personal life. Not as positive things, and I think some people can see it as that, but being able to acknowledge that I have certain habits that I can't even say that are bad. Actually, that's a step in a positive direction for me. One of the things that I'm thinking about right now is in the book of Revelation chapter 3. There's a church called Laodicea. As a matter of fact, it really means a people in judgment. So Laodicea is the condition of God's final church. So talking about Laodicea, I want you to notice that the issue that they have, and I think that's the Laodicea is a representation of many people who are going to be lost, but much more. They represent many people who claim to be Christian, but do not realize their need for God's love. And this is something I have to fight against this, by the way. It is a spirit. The spirit of Laodicea is something that you need to fight against as an individual. It is deadly. But here is the thing about Laodicea. I know your works. You are neither cold nor hot. I wish that you were cold or hot, because you are lukewarm, neither hot or cold. I will spit you out of my mouth. So there is something about Laodicea is lukewarmness. Hot today, cold tomorrow. In and out. Good and bad. We tend to mix that, and that's the behavior of Laodicea. Is deadly. But this is the thing that God is reprimanding Laodicea about, is this. Laodicea says, I'm rich and increased with good. I'm prospered. I need nothing. This is the deadly position right there. You see this right here? If you don't make it to heaven, it's because of this. You don't see your need. And God says, you don't realize you are wretched, pitiful, pitiable, or miserable, poor, blind, and naked. But Laodicea says, I need nothing. I'm in need of nothing. I'm in good condition. I have no bad habits. And I think as Christians, we need to be very careful with this attitude. This is why Jesus says, counsel you to buy from me gold, purified in a fire, that you may be rich. Right raiment, so that you may be clothed, and that the shame of your nakedness may not be seen. And salves to anoint your eye, that you may see. In other words, we don't see. What is it like we don't see? We don't see that we are naked. We are blind. We are poor. We are pitiable. We are wretched. In other words, humanity by nature cannot see their true condition before God. We often think, man, I'm not that bad after all. That guy is crazy. That guy is evil. My habits may be bad, but they're not as bad as somebody else's, We like to compare ourselves from the lie to the thief, from the thief to the murder, from the murderer to the sinner, to the fornicator to the... So we often like to do this, but according to God, to actually, not only it's not even right to compare ourselves with somebody else, the Bible says it's not wise to do that, but also to think that we are okay while we are not okay, it's a deadly conception. It's like a sick individual trying to convince himself that he's not sick, when the doctor can examine him and see everything that is wrong with him. And he's like, I'm not sick, but you got cancer, you got all kind of issues happening in the body. You're deteriorating, you're falling apart, but I'm not sick. You see, the thing is, humanity, by nature, we are sick. We get old. That's part of the disease. We get sick physically. We get sick mentally, stressed out, anxiety. Sometimes we smoke and drink because we are sick. Even in our behaviors, the things that we do sometimes by disrespecting and hurting and backbiting, that's all part of the disease. The Bible refers to the disease as sin. The things that we fail to do, sometimes we need to do something for someone, to help someone. In our negligence, we also show that we are sick. We choose to be passive. All of that is the result of a sin problem. But I'm so glad that Jesus came into the world to save sinners, of whom I am chief. So thank you so very much, Blake, for reminding me the importance of personal accountability, and also for putting together a song where you'll give me a side of Cali. I was thinking either New York, New Jersey. Cali was the opposite side of what I was thinking. But when you say Cali, the streets of Cali, I automatically made the connection. I said, there you go. It makes sense. And those stars tells me everything I needed to know. Great song. Great art, by the way. I love the simplicity of that one. You're going to blow up, man. You got a promising future in the game, and I'm going to subscribe to your channel and check out more of your content. Thank you so very much for this one. Until next time, and as always, remember to look unto Jesus and to live by faith. Have a good one. God bless you all. Blake, God bless you. I pray that the Lord will prosper you in your dreams to do what you do. I see that you got other songs in your channel that I'm going to be checking them out as well. God bless you. You're a very talented artist. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Some really hot shit, keep on pressing repeat. It's hard times downtown in the NHE.